guys, right, today with our brand new subscription box, which is number 47, all about the Edge Stampin' Dies, we're going to be making this lovely card here. How lovely is that? This is using the pattern papers, the cardstock, but it's also using the butterfly stamp and the die as well. Now, what we're going to do to start with is I'm going to bring in my stamping mat here, and I'm going to come in with my 6x6 stamping platform. Now for this one, I'm going to add some of my watercolour card, and I've cut a piece to 5 inches by 4 inches, so we're all good to go in a moment. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with one of the main stamps. So this one we're going to come in with the butterfly, and this is a huge, huge butterfly stamp. So what I'm going to do, before I lay it on, let's go over the size. So it is 6 inches by 4 inches, so that goes to show how spectacularly big it is, and it's going to work beautifully on your 6x4 card blanks. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and you might notice already that the card is a little bit smaller than my stamp, which is what we want, so don't worry. And for this one, I'm going to use our waterproof Noir Black ink pad. So I'm going to ink up, get a really, really good coverage on top of our stamp. So make sure it's nice and it's well inked. So then what I can do is I'm going to come in, and then I'm going to, before I press, I'm going to make sure that the right-hand side of my butterfly wing is just about up to the edge of my card, maybe about a 1/4 of an inch gap. Don't worry about it overhanging here, that's all going to add to the effect. Once I'm happy, I'm going to press. Now if you want to use your large 8x8 stamping platform, you absolutely can do. It's whatever you feel easier doing. So what we can then do is press to make sure that we've got a really, really good coverage of ink. And then once I'm ready, there we go, we can move. How lovely does that look? And even although it's not the full wingspan of the butterfly, it looks beautiful, and we're going to finish it off just shortly with the die. But before we do that, we need to colour it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a few of our aqua paints. I'm going to use Heather, Rose Pink, and Hot Pink. And instead of a water pen, I'm going to use our clear sparkle pen. So I'm going to go on into my glass mat, and let's add a little bit of ink, another little bit of ink, and then another piece from the Heather. So we've got our nice colour tones here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, probably we'll go in with our Heather to start with, and I'm going to pick that colour up, and I'm going to start in the base of the body of the wings, and I'm going to colour. Now I'm not going to be overly neat or precise. All that I want to do is lay that colour down. So we're dragging it out, and we're getting that sparkle. I can always come back in with more if needed. And what I'm doing is I'm working in certain areas of the butterfly wing. Now what I mean by that is I'm going to go into this part, and then always blend it out a little bit if needed. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit more. And then what we can do is then start to blend that out as well. Then what I'm going to do is let's go in now with our hot pink. And then I'm kind of overlapping slightly. Blend that in, and then I'm also pressing with my sparkle pen a little bit to get that liquid out. What it's doing is it's giving us our lay down of colour, of sparkle, but then we can go in and blend them together. Then what we can do is we can then go in with our last one, which is rose pink, and then I'm going to finish at the end here. So going in, and you can see what I mean by I'm not being neat and I'm not being precise. All that I want to do is lay that colour down. And it doesn't matter how many times you do this, you're going to get a completely different look every single time. So what we can do is colour in this one here. So again, working our way in really, really quickly, going into our hot pink, and we can then work that one out. Now, if you want to use a paintbrush and water or a water brush, by all means you absolutely can do. But I think with this box here and with the butterfly, it absolutely shouts out sparkle pen. So what we can then do is then blend them ones out. So we can go back over, pull, push the colour, and then what we can do is let's go in with the heather and we'll colour in the body. We'll keep that all the one tone that we can see here. And then if I lift that up, we'll maybe get to see the spark. You can just see the sparkle on the overhead. Now, if you're already on box 47, you will already know so many of our colour and mediums, such as our sparkle. So you'll know how lovely that sparkle will be. What we can then do at this point is we're going to take the coordinated die. Now, for the butterfly one, I know it's this die here. And then what that does is it nestles nicely to the right-hand side of our butterfly. What I'm going to do, just before we cut, let's take that excess off so we're nice and clean. And then I'm going to go in with my low-tack tape. So we're going to go in. I'm going to position that. Now, you can have that further out or further in, depending how much of a white border you want. But once I'm happy, let's place these in, let's secure them, and then I'm going to come in with my folder. Now I'm choosing to use the MIDI for this one, but you can use your Junior or any of your other Gemini machines, or any of your other die-cut machines, that is. So then running this one out, opening, look at that. We've now got the edgeable from the butterfly, so we've got part of the full butterfly wing, but we've got that edge that works all the way around. So all that we need to do is finish it off. So I've got some layers that are already done from our craft kit. Now the only difference here is I've gone round the edge with our water reactive pink tulip. So that's pink tulip, water reactive, and I've nipped round the edge. Same with the edges of my pattern paper and cardstock. So really, really simply, let's take our double-sided layers off. Now this one I have cut to 6.5 by 4 inches. So that can then sit nicely over the top. I'm using my tape. You might want to use your tape runner if you want. And then what I'm going to do, before I take the backing of my foam pads, I've got a little bit of tape at the top and the bottom. Let's come in with some of this baby pink satin ribbon that you get included. Remember, you're getting 3 colours, but altogether that's 9 reels that you're getting. So let's secure that one. Now we can take the backings off. So we've got them. We can then secure this onto our card blank. So taking this one, and this cardstock card blank is 6 3/4 by 4 1/4 inches. So we can then pop that one here. And then what I've already done with this one is gone in with our double-sided foam pads. I can take these ones off, and the way that I've measured that, that's going to sit nicely into the side. Then what I've also done is, using the sentiments that are on the stamp set, I've stamped out love, just love, and I've done it with a little point at the top. And I've done exactly the same, created my own tag using the cardstock that comes from in the bundle. So we can then pop this one at the top. We're going to bring in a bow that I've already tied using the baby pink ribbon that comes within the craft kit. We're going to add a little bit of glue gel at the top there. We're going to secure that at the top. And then what we can do to finish off, let's bring in our gems with our pokey tool. We can do 1, we can do 2, and then 3 to finish off. And then there we go. There is a beautiful card using the sparkle pens, which is using our elements from our brand new subscription box, which is number 47, and it's all about the Edge Stampin' Die Collection.